Most people don't buy a house just to own a house. They buy it because they think it'll make them financially secure.
We bought a house that we could not afford.
I bought a house and it made me broke.
Property taxes and homeowners insurance has went up about $3,500 per month. That's a lot of money.
So this is our current situation because our AC went out. 90 degrees in our house.
I own a $3 million property and it is falling apart and my bank is bleeding.
They thought once they got them keys, the financial stress would be over. Instead, it was just the beginning.
I just bought a house at 22.
I have finally found my dream home.
I just bought my first home.
About to sign for my new house.
For about a week, it felt like the best decision of their life until them first bills start showing up.
We just got our property tax statement in the mail and it is $2,275.34. We're paying for $71.92. Like, what does health have to do with real estate? And then our electric company, we're paying taxes to them, $116.10.
Let's see what this month's electric bill is. $626.05. Unbelievable. Ridiculous.
I just paid $1,100 for energy. And I'm like, what's happening? I'm just so irritated by this. And we have to replace part of our roof.
My taxes went up 26.83%. That's how I feel about that.
So my mortgage payment went up by about $500 each month.
And that wasn't even the expensive part, because a lot of homeowners only see the real cost after something breaks.
My roof is falling apart and I don't know what to do.
It is so hot in my house and I don't know what to do because I have called 3 AC repairmen to come out and none of them want to actually fix the problem.
My AC went out. I live in Arizona. It's 110 degrees outside.
This framing was all covered with sheetrock when I purchased the home, and the reason I took it off is because that framing was being pushed out by the bulge in the wall, which created a crack or separation on that 4-foot ledge that you're seeing surrounding the perimeter of the basement.
The plumbing back here is an absolute disaster.
That big crack, that's what was leaking. The hole that's there, he made on accident when he was hammer drilling, but it doesn't matter because that's all going to be replaced. The backsplash, that marble is still intact. The washing machine and also the toilet. All that water was leaking out under the hardwood floors and into the kitchen. They're coming on Friday to replace the plumbing.
At this point, it stopped being about money. Listen to how these people are talking.
I just had a good 15 minutes cry session because I just found out today that I am going to pay an extra $800 a month on top of paying my mortgage.
Y'all, guess what happened? My mortgage is went up to $2,500. I already knew I was negative because of what? Because of the taxes. Thank you, City of Chicago. Thank you so much for making it even harder on homeowners. Thank you so much.
Past 3 years, my house is just show. It's just problems left and right. For example, there's like one bathroom, one toilet that actually works, only one shower that actually works for the past 3 years, and there's just constant water coming into the house, water damage, plumbing issues. And I didn't realize how stressful it is when you come to a house and like everything around the house is constantly broken. And it's so stressful when you don't live in a place where things work. Like some days I would just much rather live in a studio that has a working shower, bathroom, heat, plumbing, no water damage, just like everything works. And like I would be happy instead of this house, even though it looks beautiful from the outside, there's just nothing works in it. And when you're living in a house that nothing works, it's like, it's not like being homeless, but sometimes it feels like, oh my God, how stressful it is.
I honestly wish somebody would have told me how overrated it is to own a home. My fiance and I just sold our house. We are back to renting. I'm ecstatic. He's ecstatic. We're saving so much.
At this point, the problem wasn't just the house anymore. It was what the house was doing to the people inside of it. It's got so bad, it got some couples arguing about money.
You don't want me to talk to you about money?
Probably most men don't because y'all can't handle it. If you want to go there, I'm going to tell you the truth. You can't probably handle it. If we told y'all what the hell we was going through, you probably would freak the fuck out. Y'all don't understand. Y'all wasn't built to carry that burden.
But I'm carrying an unnecessary burden because you don't talk to me. So I am going to cut you off.
Okay,
I'm going to say,
go ahead.
What does everybody else say? Or do you want to end it because you're the man?
See, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Say what you want to say.
I've already said.
To everyone else.
God did not intend for you all to carry a burden that a man can carry. Period. You wasn't built that way. I don't care what you say.
I'm not asking that. I'm asking you to ask the audience.
So audience.
What do they think? Should we?
What do you think? I would like the men and the women to chime in, especially if you married or you live with someone. Chime in and let me know Your thoughts?
On what?
What they just heard? You want me to sit here and repeat it all over again?
For some homeowners, the repairs never stopped. Eventually, they came to a decision they had to unfortunately make.
We sold our house to rent.
I am selling my house.
My husband and I sold our home and started renting.
I am selling my house.
Damn! And it's very unfortunate, but let's listen to their stories and let them explain why they did this.
We sold our house to rent. I value the freedom of not having to think about all the things that could go wrong in my house. I rather not have all of that and rent a place where all of those responsibilities are not mine. That peace of mind is what I value.
I am selling my house, and we all know how expensive everything is these days, and I will likely never own property for this amount again, but I can't keep up with homeownership.
My husband and I sold our home and started renting. So I first met Jeff when I was 19, and we went on our first trip together to Jamaica. This made us realize that we both have a passion for traveling. But recently I just kind of came to the realization that we have so many places that we want to go see. And if we're only taking a couple of trips a year, we're never going to get there. So this led me to waking up one day and telling him that we needed to sell our house and start renting.
I am selling my house. This was a decision that was hard, but I had to make fairly quickly. Financially, right now, God is sending me through a whole reset.
We sold our brand new house and are now renting again. It's crazy because I was really upset, obviously, naturally. I didn't want to leave our first home. Obviously, a sad situation.
And some people had it so bad, they had to move back in with their family.
Sometimes you have to take a step backwards just to move forward, so that's what I'm doing. And I'm definitely going to miss having my own space for sure. That's the best feeling in the world, just having your own space. But the only thing I can do from here is just move forward.
Nearly 37 years old that I am moving back in with my parents.
Yo, so I recently moved back into my parents' house, and let me tell you guys, it has been so hard mentally. Like, I'm not staying here for a long time. I'll only stay here for a couple months, but mentally, I'm not okay. Don't get me wrong. I am grateful that, my parents are here and they can still bless me with, their home.
So a couple months ago, I made the decision to pack up all my stuff, sell my stuff, whatever, get rid of as much stuff as I can and move back in with my parents.
I don't think I want to buy another house. I don't. I've already bought 2 houses, and I don't think it's what people think and say it is. At the end of the day, you're paying taxes, you got HOAs, you got fees. I mean, it's nonstop all the time. Yeah, you can pull equity out, which I've done, but guess what? You got to pay it back. You pull money out, you got to pay it back. When you rent, you don't have to pay for all these extra fees. You don't have to pay for the maintenance. You can call somebody else. They come and fix it for free.
Yeah, man, sometimes you gotta go back to the parents' house, man. And don't feel bad if you do. This next lady, she gonna explain why you don't need to feel bad, because sometimes things happen.
If you may be having to go from owning a home to renting again, please listen to me when I say, do not feel like that this is a step backwards for you. At first, I was really upset at the thought of having to rent again, because I really felt like that was a step backwards in our lives. Like, we're almost 30, like we should be owning a home, we have a child. But I have to remind myself that we are making the best decision for our family financially. We don't need to get in a mortgage that we can't afford with a crazy high house payment.
I bought my first house at 30 and sold it 4 years later, and I'm now back renting an apartment living. And I have to say that I think home ownership for some people is highly overrated. We were living in California and both making 6 figures. I was making close to 200,000. He was making less, but still a good amount. We could afford to buy a house, and it seemed like a smart decision at the time because rent in California was so high. And we bought way too big of a house. We bought a house that we could more than afford, but definitely kept us trapped in high-paying, stressful jobs. And while we enjoyed the house and had a lot of good memories in it, for me, it was a constant headache. My husband and I are not DIY people. Like, I don't find any joy in interior design or hanging a frame. I'm like the least girly girl in interior design. I can't even tell you. So those things were just headaches to me. I also like that renting gives you the ability to be more mobile. The selling process of a home was a complete nightmare. I don't know how so many people have gone through that process. I don't ever want to go through it again.
Home ownership is still the dream for many Americans. But these stories are a reminder that buying a house is only the beginning. The real cost starts after you get those keys. And for some people, Even selling a house wasn't enough, because thousands of Americans are now walking away from home ownership completely.